Ah. Why do we always have to start like this? Go. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, let's get into this. Nat, do you have something to ask?
Can I talk to you for a moment? I have a favor to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Something rather personal.
Okay. Of course.
I want to thank you again for recovering the Wonder Medicine. It meant a lot to me. But disposing of Vash's reagents isn't enough to solve the medical supply shortage. Many of my patients can't be seen promptly, and my stock of medicine is running low. Thanks to you, the route to the overworld through the furnace core has reopened. I'd like to use it to return to the surface and see if I can get some help.
Help from whom?
I knew you'd be interested. Remember my adoptive parents I mentioned to you a while ago?
Oh. Are they still
After the
alive?
reopening of the furnace core passage, I had an idea. I wrote a letter and asked Sampo to deliver it to my parents' old address. I didn't have high hopes, but amazingly, Sampo brought me my mother's reply.
Oh. It was Sampo being a gentleman, a rare occurrence.
That's exactly what I thought when I got her letter. Mom said they still live at the old house, but they're not working on the front lines anymore. They should still have some connections in the medical school and the hospital, though.
Okay.
If I'm lucky, maybe I can convince them to send extra medical supplies to the underworld. Of course, that's not the only reason for me to go back to the surface. I can't wait to visit my parents again. And I can tell from my mom's letter that they feel the same.
Aww.
If possible, I would like you to go with me.
Okay. Let's go.
Wonderful. That's such a relief. I've sent another letter to my mom telling her to find us near Fountain Plaza. Don't worry, I know my way around the administrative district.
So now we're gonna learn about her family. Like, previously we learned about her brother, now we're gonna learn about her... parents. Here we go.
There's inspiration in every glance and every breeze.
Hey, I just want to thank you for helping Molly out. Least I could do. Well, you just like help everyone, don't you? Come down to the workshop if you can. Molly is as grumpy as she's... Okay. Another quest. Wait. Oh, over there. It doesn't seem like her parents are here yet.
Careful now. Don't get your clothes wet.
This place doesn't seem to have changed much from what I remember. Oh, there you are. Sorry, I got distracted watching the crowds. Look at the busy flow of people. Life in the overworld carries on as usual, as if nothing has happened. We're a little early. I've got an idea.
Okay.
I want to buy my mom a gift. You're more of an overworld local than I am now. Any suggestions?
A lot of flowers, Flum. How about watching a play at Golden Theater? To Neverwinter Workers Shop. I don't know.
Workshop? I'm not too sure about that.
You addicted,
Let's
are
see
you?
if we have
I
other
played the
options.
Monster Girl game. I didn't find it that
yes.
fun.
I remember there was a florist in the overworld. How about we head over that way?
But I made you there,
I've been
Penguin.
underground for so
I summoned
long,
you
I
in the
almost forgot
game.
what flowers smell like.
You were at Tsundere. So, just as predicted.
Careful now. Don't get your...
And I swear to God, Penguin, if you curse me again with another lolly, I'm gonna be pissed.
I can't decide.
My true nature transcends time and space.
Ever Summer? Was that always the name? Seems I was too young to get the irony back then. Sorry. I don't mean to sound cynical. Maybe it simply represents the people's hopes up here.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, sending flowers is quite the tradition in my family.
May you live in
Mom,
No,
Dad,
no
Ash,
more
and I,
lolly.
Whenever something good happened, we sent each other flowers to celebrate.
Clara would be
Do you
fine.
want to hear a flower story?
I wouldn't mind Clara just because she comes with Berserker. I mean Svarog. Let's hear one. What was your mother's favorite flower?
Each year for their anniversary, my dad would send my mom a bouquet of ball peonies wrapped in red paper.
Aw.
I heard that ball peonies represent love that knows no end. It does fit their marriage.
Aw. What was your father's favorite flower?
My father is a famous surgeon in Belobog. Because of his fame, people in medical circles paid great attention to his surgeries. He always had a lot of stress to deal with. And each time he finished a tricky operation, my mom and I would buy a single stem of sunshine and then pin it on the chest pocket of his apron. Sunshines represent warmth and love of light. For
Mr.
patients on the
Svarog
verge
is
of
the
death,
strongest. Yes!
my dad might have been the only light to penetrate the darkness around them.
I mean, Clara is, to me, just feels like Elia. It's, well, like, super pale, a little girl, more smarter than she looks, white hair, red eyes, and a massive, beefy, big guy protecting her. It literally is Elia from Fate.
Vash. Out of everyone in my family, I think he probably appreciated flowers the least. Still, I remember the day he received his offer from the medical academy. My parents took me to the florist, and we bought him the most expensive marquise stem in the shop. When we gave him the flower, he failed to hide his smile. You can't imagine how hard it was to get him to smile.
What's your favorite
As
flower?
an orphan, I never knew my birthday. My adoptive parents took me to the overworld and made the day I joined the family my birthday.
Difference is Elia has shoes. Yes.
Each year on that day, my parents would give me a bouquet of first snow. The number of stems represented how many years had passed since I joined the family. I only found out later that first snow represents beautiful memories. My parents gave me a beautiful childhood, and I still haven't had the chance to thank them for that.
Probably want to give first
Can't
snow.
decide.
I don't think, yeah, first snow, I think. First snow. To represent that she still remembers what they give her. What flower should I pick for Nat? I think snow, for snow.
Oh, first snow, is it? 1 second. I'll get it ready for you. There you go. Sorry for the wait. Hope to see you again soon.
Wait, is it your internet or is it mine? No, my internet's doing fine. Okay. Okay, Penguin. Rest, Penguin. You need to rest. Hope you rest well, though.
All done? May I have a look? First snow.
Yes.
Thank you. It reminds me of carefree childhood days. Ah, those times were pure and innocent. Just like these petals. I knew you'd pick the right flowers. Mom and Dad will be so happy.
Aww.
Let's go. My mom will be there soon. Best not to leave old folks waiting.
Man, it would really suck if this was all just a red herring and actually her parents hate her. I mean, technically, she did banish their actual blood son. So, maybe they don't know that he got banished, though. I mean, they know he got banished, but he doesn't. Maybe they don't know who banished them. Who banished him? Oh, is that them? Oh, they're old. Man, you got adopted by an old couple. Stop! In the name of the law!
Mom!
Nat? Nat, is that you? Oh, come here, my darling.
Okay, they're not actually that... Well, their faces doesn't look that old.
It's been too long, Mom. Too long. Sorry. I don't usually get this emotional. How have you been, Mr. Oswell? Thank you so much for taking care of my parents these last 10 years.
Oh, this guy is... okay, I
I'm
thought he
doing
was
fine,
the...
Miss Natasha, just fine.
Oh, he's a butler.
Look at you. You've blossomed into a fine young woman. Such a pity that your father...
What about father?
Dad, I was wondering where he is. Is he...
Oh, he died?
It was 3 years ago, Nat. No need to be sad. He passed away very peacefully.
Oh, man, if I had brought her the flowers
I'm so sorry, Mom.
that her
I'm so sorry.
husband gives
For
her...
10 years, I left you both in the overworld. Mr. Oswell, I'm sorry you had to bear all this weight.
Don't be, my dear. It is my honor to look after your parents.
It's not your fault that they sealed off the passage between the surface and the underground. Don't be so harsh on yourself, daughter.
Oh, Mom. I have so much to say to you. But, there's an urgent matter that needs your help. I apologize. I wish this were a happier reunion. But there are too many suffering with sickness in the underworld. You're the only person I can go to for help.
Oh, there's no need to apologize, my child. I've heard of your deeds down there, and I know you've saved many lives. Your father? He would be proud of you. We have many connections in the medical academy. No matter what you need, be it medicine or data, I should be able to get it for you. Be the doctor you always were, Nat. We have all the time in the world to catch up later.
Discuss details, supply work. We didn't even give her the flowers. Let's go with the
She's
positive.
always been there for me. With her help, we'll be able to ease the underworld's medical supply shortage. That's good news for patients who'd lost hope. I really wish I could spend the whole day talking to her about the old days. But sadly, now is not the time. Let's head back to the underworld. We need to spread the good news.
Miss Natasha, one moment, please.
Mr. Oswell? I thought you headed back home with Mom. How come...
I apologize, Miss Natasha. As a matter of fact, there's something I have to tell you in person.
What was that wanted
Something
poster
that
there?
Mom isn't supposed to know?
You haven't changed a bit. Smart and sensitive. The fact of the matter is, in the first 2 years after the passage was closed off, I received many letters from Master Vash.
Oh,
What? Letters from Vash? Are you certain, Mr. Oswell?
the plot thickens.
Of course, miss. I recognized his handwriting. You'll see what I mean when you read the letters yourself. Actually, Those letters were intended for your eyes only. The delivery address was the underworld, but because of the sealing off of the passageway, the letters were sent back to your old house. To me.
Ah.
I don't understand. Did you not show them to my parents?
That was probably not a good idea.
I'm sorry, miss. I opened one of them out of curiosity. Master Vash stressed in the letter that your parents must not know what happened to him. That's why I put the letters in a secure place, waiting to hand them to you when we could meet again. I'm not sure if I did the right thing, Miss Natasha. I just didn't want your parents to feel that their son was so close and yet so far away.
Do you have the letters on you, Mr. Oswell? Let me take a look.
Of course, here. You can tell it's the young master's handwriting.
Natasha, how have you been? I hope you're doing well. I am, as stated in my previous letter, envious of you. You always show unwavering kindness to your patients. I am envious of your inherent compassion. I remember giving a speech on stage when I first started school, waving arms and advocating for the development of blizzard immunity. In hindsight, I was a fool. During my final days at medical school, I became incredibly stubborn and withdrew into myself. Experiments and ambitions consumed my heart, and the patients who were supposed to be in my care were progressively ignored. Natasha, I dare not beg for your forgiveness. I owe the people of the underworld too much already. I might have spent the rest of my life as a madman, wallowing in my convictions if you hadn't agreed to my desire for self-exile. The cold has revealed to me my arrogance. How could a child who grew up in the warmth ever begin to comprehend a cure to bitter cold? Thank you for giving me one last chance to discover the answer. I live in abandoned houses under broken roofs and continue my experiments. One step after another, I've made breakthroughs. I'm trembling, not because of cold, but because I can feel that I'm getting closer to answer I seek. I become a pariah, unable to return to civilized society, nor to face my parents. But I didn't despair, because I discovered the meaning of my existence. I had a feeling I was on the right track. The regions I developed in the underworld have a serious flaw. The medication only addresses the issue of organ hyperformia and failure, and will be caught in a never-ending vicious cycle of consumption and recovery. I should have changed the focus of my study a long time ago and tried to figure out how to raise the temperature of the organs and of the body in a controlled manner. Natasha, thank you very much. You helped me find the missing piece in development of blizzard immunity. What is he experimenting on, though? Like, who's he using for test subjects? Is he using himself?
The cold has revealed to me my arrogance. How can a child who grew up in warmth ever begin to comprehend a cure to bitter cold? Vash didn't give up on his research into blizzard immunity, even after he left the city. I live in abandoned houses under broken roofs and continue my experiments. One step after another, I've made breakthroughs.
But these letters...
I'm trembling, not because of the cold, but because I can feel I'm getting closer to the answer I seek.
But these letters were 8 years ago.
What's in here is true, then Vash must have built a lab somewhere.
So it's very likely that he also died
and even made
already.
progress in his research. But how can that be?
Do you believe it?
There'd be no point in him lying to me in the letters. Still, it's possible he may have gone completely insane before he started writing them. I need to leave the city to recover my brother's research data. Are you willing to come with me?
Let's go.
Leave the city? You are taking too much risk, Miss Natasha.
It's for Vash.
I know, Mr. Oswell. But I have a hero with me. She saved the underworld. I'm sure she'll protect me, right?
Of course.
Vash, it's been so many years. Are you still alone in the blizzard? Oh, ignore me. I'm just talking to myself. Let's go. It's time.
Why is there a poster here? Stop! Okay. Let's... Oh, it was there! I knew it was gonna be there.
Such harsh cold. It's hard to imagine anyone surviving in these conditions. Unless blizzard immunity is real.
I don't remember these enemies in this
Let's hurry
area.
up. We need to find any clues that Vash may have left behind before both of us become ice sculptures.
These enemies were not here before.
Keep up! You can fight it, or rock with it! Turn it up!
Okay.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Here we go.
Here, this looks like lab equipment. Maybe Vash left it behind. Huh. Still, it's all just used test tubes, beakers, and other vessels. There's no sign of any sample reagents or lab notes for that matter.
It's been 8 years. Like, those letters that came for her happened 8 years ago. Or rather, it happened 2 years after the path was closed. And the path was closed 10 years ago, so it was 8 years ago that those letters were sent. It's very likely that he has either died or at the very least has moved to another location. Maybe things were too harsh here for record keeping.
Oh, I know my brother. He's meticulous when it comes to medical experiments. There's no way he wouldn't document his results. I want to go deeper into the snow plains. Can you press on any further?
Of course.
Gosh, the temperature keeps getting lower. But we can't give up halfway.
I can warm you up if you like.
Oh, that's very kind of you. But don't you underestimate the leader of Wildfire. Let's press on then. This may not sound like me, but I hope that deity the architects worship can grant us some luck.
So over there. Was there another house here? Oh. What is this? What are you guys doing here?
Citizens? Outside the walls? Hey, you two! Stop right there!
That's a Silvermane guard. Is he yelling at us? Oh, I'd almost forgotten. No one can leave Belobog without authorization. Looks like we need to talk our way out of this.
Wait, we can't leave? Really?
I can't say you sound suspicious, but I can't just take your word for it either.
Captain, look at her necklace. Maybe she's telling the truth.
What necklace? What?
It's the same as Dr. Vash's.
Wait, what? Dr.
My
Vash?
brother does wear an identical necklace. Do you know him?
Are you really his sister? Dr. Vash saved a lot of my soldiers.
Wait, what?
Saved your soldiers?
Yes. Take a look at the guards patrolling outside the city. All of them are risking their lives. Aside from the monster-related casualties, we lose men to frostbite every year. But thanks to the medicine the doctor leaves us, my soldiers are able to withstand the cold. They can make camps in the snow plains as footholds for our patrols. If it weren't for the doctor, we would have long since frozen to death.
Did he actually...
Medicine. Blizzard immunity.
Where's Vash
I
now?
don't know.
Oh, he's gone?
Dr. Vash is elusive. My squad only met him once, and he didn't seem like the talkative type. He leaves the medicine at specific locations, and our patrols go there to collect it. The
Oh,
medicine
that's
is
it.
extremely potent. A small vial could keep someone warm for a week. Speaking of the doctor, it's been a long time since we last saw him. At least 2 or 3 years. I hope he's alive and well.
So he really did have a breakthrough in the snow plains. Oh, did the medicine have any side effects for you?
Side effects? Not that I know of. If there were a problem, it'd be that we couldn't go back to the city until the effect had worn off.
Because the city would be too hot for us. We'd break a sweat just sitting idle.
I see. Okay, I mean, to be honest, that makes perfect sense. It's a medicine that basically forces your body to overheat. So you probably don't notice how powerful the effect is in like cold temperatures. But once you go to normal temperatures, you just start heating up too much.
Thanks for the information. We're planning to head deeper into the snow plains.
So
to
for the
find more
soldiers, it's perfect, because the soldiers have to fight in the snow and patrol in the snow.
Seems
But
like
for
you
your
made up your
common,
mind.
but for your normal citizen, it'd be
I'd
horrible.
really like to send some of my men with you, but we can't leave our posts. Here, take this medicine. If what you two told me is true, I'm sure you're more than capable of handling yourselves out there.
Thank
But
you,
the
Captain.
medicine is
We'll
still
take it with
being
us.
made, so he has to be alive, right? Unless they have tons of supply of it. Unless they have like tons of it. There are random soldiers here, though. Which makes me think that maybe that some of these soldiers... This is another house.
Hold on. That's a big guy over there. Did you see that? There's something on the monster's back. Oh, the blizzard immunity. Shall we drink it? It's your call.
Sure. Like, if they're, the soldiers seem to be telling the truth.
I'm ready.
And it seems like the
Doctor's
soldiers
got
have
your
been
back.
using it for quite a few years, so should be fine.
Can you feel it? It seems like Vash's medicine is working. So warm.
Lance forward! Turn it up! You can fight it, or
I'll rock with it.
Here! Watch this awesome move! Try that again!
Keep up!
Man, she's dealing so much damage, feels so good.
You're annoying!
Lance forward! Turn it up!
Watch this awesome move! Try that again!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
And there we go. Serval's dealing so much damage.
It's done. That was my first time seeing you in battle. You've got some moves, don't you? No wonder you were able to save the underworld.
Was that really the first time you saw me in battle?
Let's have a look over there.
Weren't you there when I
My gut
beat
tells me we should
Servog?
find something connected to Vash. These are records of his experiments. It's Vash's handwriting. This must be the location of his final lab. Come have a look. His last experiment was nearly 2 years ago? What happened after that? But his notes seem to suggest he was working to improve blizzard immunity. Brother, where are you? What happened?
Was that big guy her brother?
Sorry. I needed to take a moment. After seeing the letters Mr. Oswald kept for me, I was hoping things might have ended differently. I shouldn't have asked you to come with me to such a dangerous place.
You miss him, right?
I do. I can't forgive him for what he's done. Nor can I say I don't miss him. Maybe I should feel glad. The medicine might not have been what he wanted it to be, but it came to something. Maybe he found some inner peace.
People will remember Dr. Vash.
They'll remember him as a murderer, as someone whose evil experiments brought great harm to the innocent. Vash doesn't deserve to be remembered as a doctor. I know that very well. But maybe this blizzard immunity can now bring benefit to others, even if it was made by a monster. Human beings really are conflicted life forms.
What now?
I'll take his records and data with me, and continue what he started. One day the world will see a perfect blizzard immunity. Before we leave, I'd like to ask for another favor. The last one, I promise.
What does she want? The heads. Oh.
That should do. Hope it can withstand the snow.
You ought to put an epitaph on the headstone.
You're right. Let me think. Here lies Vash. My brother. That'll do. Thank you for helping me. I feel like a great weight has been lifted. So long, brother. Hope you don't forget Dad's teaching. A doctor does not get to choose his or her patient, my children. Remember, never say no to those who come to you for help. Never.
Natasha now can join the Express. I'm running out of missions though.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. No, not 4 yet. 4, 5.